Assalamu alaikum, dear students. Today I want to talk about Precis writing. You come across a question in your CSS exam that you are supposed to write the Precis of a passage. Dear students, you should remember that the term Precis is derived from a French word which means precise or expressed accurately. It also means an abstract or a gist of a longer passage. So it means that the passage that you will be getting, it will be quite long, but you are supposed to express it accurately as well as precisely. For example, when we ask our students that they should write a Precis, there are certain things that you should keep in your mind. Number one, you should know how to read the passage carefully, and you will have to read it twice or thrice so that you should be able to understand that what exactly the author has presented in that passage. What is the topic of that passage? What are the different kinds of pieces of information that you can find in the passage about that particular topic? So the very first thing that you will have to do is reading. You will have to read the passage carefully. Try to understand the meaning of those words that you do not know. Try to understand the meanings of the words contextually, that what kind of sentences the author has already written before that word or after that word, and in this way you can infer the meaning of the word that you do not know. Secondly, you should know that what kind of abilities you are going to apply on the text. Usually the very first sentence, it is the topic sentence, and sometimes the topic sentence is not the very first sentence and it is given somewhere in the middle or at the end of the paragraph, and sometimes the last sentence of the paragraph is the concluding sentence, and again there you can find the topic of the paragraph. So in this way you can determine the title of the paragraph as well. Usually the passage which is given to you, it is quite long, or it may contain 3 or 4 different paragraphs. Now it is your job to express the ideas accurately in as few words as it is possible for you to do that. And for this it demands that you should do practice. Without practice you cannot write Precis. Here I should also talk about the difference between a paraphrase and Precis writing. Paraphrase means that you will have to write the paragraph or the content or the essay that you are reading in your own words, but you will have to add the details. You will have to talk about different kinds of illustrations, different kinds of examples that the author has used. So you are going to paraphrase each and everything. On the other hand, Precis writing is different. Here you are not supposed to talk about the details. You are not supposed to talk about the examples and illustrations that the author has given in the paragraph or in the essay that you are writing the Precis of it. Secondly, you will get practice of essay writing, of Precis writing. So Precis writing will make you a good composer, will make you a good writer. It means that you should know how to write effectively. So usually in BS English we talk about maxims, maxim of quality, quantity, manner and relevance. So these 4 things you should keep in your mind when you are writing something. There should be quality in it. There should be quantity in it. Usually Precis writing is 1/3 of the whole passage. There should be unity in it. So one of the characteristics that one can find in Precis is the unity of the ideas. It should be brief. So it should be brief, precise, concise. It should have unity of structure, form and content. So these things should be there. Well, dear students, when you are writing Precis, you should keep certain things in your mind. I repeat. First of all, you will have to read it twice or thrice. You can highlight some of the very important points that you come across in the text. And you can also note down certain phrases. You can also take notes. Secondly, Precis will be written in third person. Even if the text talks about first person, second person, the author has made use of these pronouns, you will be using the third person. He, she, it, they. It should be written in past tense. Some of the people say that it can be written in present tense as well, but if you have decided to write it in the past tense throughout, you should make use of a past tense. And if you are writing it in present tense throughout, you should make use of present tense. When you are writing, you should change the direct speech into the indirect speech. So these 3 points you should keep in your mind. Precis writing, effective Precis writing will come with practice. So it means that you have carried out a lot of practice at home or in the institution where you are preparing for your exam. In paper, you will not have lot of time to write your first draft or second draft or the final draft. But at home, if you have practiced a lot, then of course, these things will help you in the examination hall. Remember, there should be clarity of ideas. So whatever you are writing, you should be clear about it. It means that understand whatever the author has written. So once you are clear in your writing, you should write with clarity. It should be a whole, completeness. You should not leave any idea which the author has discussed, and it is the main idea. It is the important idea. So it should be part of your Precis. There should be unity. You should move from one idea to the next idea, to the third idea. You should keep in your mind the order. So whatever the order the author has made use of, in the same order you should write your Precis. Precis will be in your own words. You should not take any phrase or any sentence from the text. These things are considered very bad. You should avoid extra information, all kind of details that the author has given in the text to prove the point of view that he has taken. So you are not going to give those examples in the Precis. You are not going to give those illustrations in the Precis. So remove those ideas, those extra sort of information. Okay? You do not need extra information to be added in the Precis. Lastly, you should take care of your language mistakes. So you should not make language mistakes. Once you have completed the Precis, you should revise it to see that what kind of mistakes you have made. So once you have removed those mistakes, punctuation mistakes or language mistakes, your Precis will be finished. It will be final. It will be ready for submission. In the end, dear audience, today I have talked about what is meant by Precis. It is different from paraphrasing. It is the gist of the whole paragraph or the document that you have read. It should contain only the necessary information in the Precis. It should not have any extra information. All figures of speech, metaphors, metonymies, similes, you should remove. No extra information you should add. Write in present simple tense or past simple tense. Okay? Change the direct speech into indirect speech. And in this way, you can write your Precis. Thank you very much.